Welcome to Business First TV. My name is Tino. On the show today we have Martin Knapp, who is an independent financial advisor. That's an IFA. And Martin's on the show today to tell us all about what he does. And he also has an accent. Fantastic. Martin, welcome to the show.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I am well.
No, you're not English, are you?
No, indeed not. I am American.
That's not a bad thing, you know. It's okay.
Well, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to these days.
Oh, you know, probably, I don't know, right-wing people in that case, if they got a problem with that. IFA, what do you do?
Well, I own what's called Southeast Wealth Management, or Southeast Wealth for short. Basically, I just help private individuals, trusts, or small business owners save for the future.
Okay.
Which is a big enough job.
How do you do that?
Yes, so if you talk to most financial advisors, it starts with a financial plan, which is just figuring out what your goal is and heading towards it. But I guess the difference is I used to be a hedge fund manager. I was co-founder of a hedge fund in New York City, and so I've written a lot of algorithms.
Can I stop you a second?
Sure.
That's so fantastic! You're a hedge fund manager and you developed something.
It was a small hedge fund, don't get
Yeah, but that's still fantastic. That's really, really good.
Yeah, thank you. So I wrote the algorithms as far as portfolio management back in the day in New York City. And I kind of use those, seeing that they're my algorithms, I use them the same thing for portfolio management for the everyday folks.
How fantastic! So it was as if you read the book and decided to become an IFA. And...
No, I've been doing it about 11 years now.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, you know, we meet people who become different things every other month. So,
sure.
You know, I think when it comes to finance, though, you need somebody who you can trust because you're exposing yourself up so much. You know, so you've got to make sure that you've got the right partner on board to talk to. Yeah,
my job is more like a lifestyle than a job.
Okay.
Because, for instance, over the Christmas period, the market was heavily misbehaving. Well, it's been misbehaving since October of last year, and then it's gone down about 12 to 20% depending on the specific asset. Sorry for the ums. Anyways, so yeah, it's gone down between 12 and 20% since October. It's starting to have a bounce back, but the question is what kind of bounce back they did. Now, where I come in is a lot of financial advisors. I talk to clients. They don't get calls from their advisors when their portfolios go down.
Right.
Now, I'm not what's called a discretionary fund manager, which is I can just change your allocations around whenever I like.
Okay.
I always have a conversation with a client. And I like it because I feel like it's a little bit more like being a family doctor or something like that.
All right.
That's kind of what Southeast Wealth is about, is the interaction between the client. So we create the goal, and the most important thing about a goal is actually getting you there. And that's the difference with Southeast Wealth, is we have our own research and we show people how to enact that.
How fantastic. So you said you've been in business now for about 11 years?
Yes.
Your own business?
No. Southeast Wealth is only about a year and a bit old.
Okay.
But I've been a financial advisor for about 11 years.
Okay. So you just now you mentioned that you're very much it's a lifestyle business. It's, you know, you're very much a doctor approach to the situation, which is great. It's a nice friendly approach. It's not a hard sell approach. I'm always a bit, I don't know why I'm always worried about IFAs. I kind of almost put them in the same bracket of double glazing salesmen and bank managers and stuff.
That is a cultural difference in the United States. There's a big thing here in Britain in the industry where they question whether financial advice is a profession at all. Okay. There's a lot of infighting. It's kind of a philosophical debate. In the United States, getting to Wall Street, it's a bit like being an astronaut. You don't really need to know the right person. You just have to work your tush off in order to get there and stay there. It's kind of easy to get in the door. It's harder to stay there for the long term because after a while you have to know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But I did not know that one once I moved over here. My wife's from Kent, Sidcup in Kent, and I didn't realize the history of financial advice in the UK. Okay. The regulations kind of change year by year. Nothing really stays steady. There's a big history of fraud here. Technically, until about 2012, with what's called the Retail Distribution Review. It's got to be a government term, right?
Yeah.
Technically, until 2012, it wasn't a requirement for a financial advisor to even provide something suitable.
Okay.
So the law wasn't even on the client's side. So in a lot of ways, I can't blame people for being mistrusting of financial advisors.
Having met a lot of financial advisors, your approach is completely different. But I think your approach is different because you have an awareness of the industry.
Yes.
You know, you're aware of what's going on, whereas some IFAs might be out there just selling products.
Yes, I see that a lot. If you're working with an IFA, if you're working with any financial advisor, because there's a difference between an independent and what's called tied, like a tied pub, basically.
Okay.
Just make sure whomever you're working with speaks to you a lot.
Okay.
And that makes all the difference in the world. How interactive they are with you can really save you a lot of money over the long term.
Okay, all right. And so you're clearly in touch with your clients regularly.
I probably drive them nuts.
Okay, all right. Because I know our IFAs that they ring up once a year, perhaps.
Yep.
You know,
drives me nuts. I send out newsletters all the time. I have to send out a market update today because of the Brexit vote 2 days ago.
Okay.
Honestly, the market hasn't done much, which is good, which basically means that the vote was what's called baked in to the price of the FTSE.
Okay.
And around the world. So I'll send out kind of an update.
Okay.
And I do this stuff depending on what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If everything's kind of on the up, like we're coming out of what's called a bull run or a bull market, one of the biggest uptrends in history, 9 years long.
Wow.
It was not difficult to make a client money for the last 9 years. But now, all of a sudden, financial advisors kind of need to know what they're talking about because it's a little tougher for at least the last fiscal quarter in order to make people money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you make money not just on mortgages and stuff. You do lots of things.
I don't do mortgages at all.
There you go. Fantastic. Even
Not
better. So
I know tons about mortgages.
Yeah.
I have no interest in doing that kind of paperwork.
What interests you then? What happens? What is it that you do?
I am purely on the investment side. I have a master's degree in what's called international political economy, so basically I'm an economist.
Yeah.
For a while I was in congressional aid. I was an economic policy assistant on Capitol Hill. This was several years ago. I'm showing my age.
Fantastic!
So my business interests lie in helping the average family get ahead.
Yes.
One of the biggest misnomers is people think financial advisors are for the wealthy.
Okay.
Kind of everybody needs one.
Yeah.
Especially with the government announcing in January, not that anybody heard it because Brexit's been taking up the political oxygen, that the state pension's probably going to go default around 2032.
What does that mean?
What that means is right now you go to work, you're average Joe, and you pay national insurance.
Yes.
All right? Part of your national insurance goes towards state pension.
Yes.
For you later in life.
Yes.
But really what it is, it's kind of your national insurance payments are paying for those who are retired right now.
Okay.
And unfortunately, they're just running out of money.
So in 2030 odd, they're going to have no more money left?
Probably. That's at least what Office of National, or excuse me, not Office of National Statistics, Government Auditing Department said last January 2018. They put out a big report, and it just got lost in the news cycle.
Wow.
So the only way for them to save it is they either need to increase national insurance by about 5%. Mm-hmm. That's got to get approved by Westminster. Nobody's going to do that. You want to pay 5% more in tax?
It's one of those, it's like planning for the future, if you want it, you've got to pay for it.
Yep. So really what you've got to do is everybody needs to save about 10 to 15% every single month. Put it away, ISA, pension. If you're socking more away than that over your limits every year, then you get into the more interesting stuff. But pretty much stick to an ISA and a pension and you'll be fine.
Is that what people are buying from you today? Are they buying ISA and pensions?
Yeah, I stick mainly in the investment realm. It's what I know, what I love. And I also work on the business side because background in economics, I'm quite interested in helping businesses grow. I'm not very happy-clappy, though. I'm interested in helping them build processes.
Yeah.
I'm not here to help you with your confidence or anything like that. Nothing wrong with that. But the confidence usually comes from having experience in an area, and your confidence will grow. But there's not a lot of people out there showing you what the specific processes are. So how to build a business plan, how to actually apply and get that business loan to get you started, and then how to grow your business from there.
Wow. It sounds like you lead a very busy life, a very exciting life in the financial industry.
Yeah, I don't know if finance can be exciting.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. But so is your setup like? Do you have like these monitors set up where you can have lots of things?
Yes, I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm one of those guys.
Wow. Okay.
But I'm almost never in the office. That's kind of how I end my day. My day kind of generally ends around 7 to 9 p.m. But most days I'm out meeting clients.
Tell me, what does your client look like? Who is that? What is your client? What sort of age bracket are they?
Age bracket's generally 35 to 55. It's just your average salary, to be honest. A lot of people have questions about, oh, I just received an inheritance. What do I do with it? Be careful with windfalls. Windfalls or any kind of inheritance, any kind of I won the lottery or anything like that. And the reason you want to be careful is because statistically they blow through it within 18 months.
They blow it away. They finish. Okay.
Gone.
Wow.
And unfortunately for somebody who's just got, a 30,000 pound salary, it can be quite difficult to come across that kind of money again. So you got to make sure that lasts.
Okay.
So I deal with that kind of stuff.
And so you'd invest it for them or something? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. According to their risk level. So there's financial advice is a process. I end up working with clients for years rather than transactional. Almost to the point where I will have people call me from time to time that just want, oh, can I have one-off advice? I don't exactly refuse them, but I do kind of at least inform them that it's not that if I just tell you to do one thing and then I kind of don't keep you accountable or check up, then you're probably not going to reach your goal. I'm just not interested in working with clients like that.
Okay.
That's where kind of the family doctor idea
comes in. But your approach is very friendly. You know what you're talking about.
I try.
Why wouldn't you? People who are watching who want to or have some money or want some more advice, what's the best way of getting hold of you?
Best way is southeastwm.com. That's pretty much
southeastwm.com. We're going to put it on the bottom here. Is there an email address we want to use, or you just happen to go to the website?
Just go to the website. My phone number is right there at the top. So is an email address. Easy way to get in contact with me.
Nat, thanks very much for today.
No worries.
Guys, if you are looking for some sort of investment or you're looking at some sort of financial advice, then Martin John Mann, do give him a call. Thanks for watching.